Feels like every night now we're talking about some significant milestone. How much fun are you and this squad having?
We're having an awesome time. Since I've gotten here, it's been complete joy. It's been a lot of work, but we enjoy it. We enjoy putting our heads down and working and staying connected and going out and just embracing the journey.
CJ obviously had a fantastic career night. A, what made that rim so big for him? And B, coming off COVID, working his way through things, how proud of him are you?
We're all extremely proud of CJ. When he plays with that type of force and that pace, his slow to fast was really good, and he just got it going. And the basket got bigger and bigger as the game progressed, and that's how he has to play. He may not have 40 every game, but he'll have major impacts, and he's done it throughout the course of the season, especially, when we had guys out. But when he plays like that, he's tough to guard.
78 points between him and Zion. When you have a duo like that can do that type of damage, it's going to be real hard to compete.
Those guys got it going. Once again, I don't know if they have a little competition going. Z gets 40, CJ gets 40, but, we'll take it. And we want to continue to build our offense and obviously build our defense. I thought JV did a great job, Billy, and the supporting cast that trying to make Embiid take tough shots, trying to make Harden take tough shots. But they're a good team. They're well coached. I played for Doc in LA, and they're going to be a force. So that was a good home win on our floor.
Zion has shot a lot of free throws, even for him, these last two games. Is there anything you're seeing he's doing differently to generate those free throws or anything like that?
Well, number one, he's in the gym working on his free throws, so he knows it's a big part of his game. And he's a guy that's getting downhill. He's playing with force, and he's tough to cover. So anytime he's playing like that, guys have to make a decision. And that's a part of our game. Points in the paint, getting to the free throw line. It allows us to get open looks, especially from three.
What do you think about him, his relentlessness as a driver to just keep coming at you even when he is taking hits?
I love to see it. And it's what makes Z special is that, physically he can take all the bumps, all the hits, and he just keeps coming at you. And I wouldn't want to guard him.
And you guys have been striving for this all season, but obviously Z's tough enough to stop on his own. But when you guys are making threes the way you did tonight, how much did that open up the offense?
It's huge for us. Everything with our offense is predicated on our force and our pace and our ability to play basketball, 0.5 mentality, and then good to great. So we can get to the paint, and now guys are getting open looks because of Z's gravity, because of CJ's gravity, and even JV in the post. We're making the right plays. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah, you guys were going to a lot of dribble handoffs with CJ, a lot of pick and roll against Embiid, trying to force him to step up. How much was that the mindset coming in? How much of that was kind of just an adjustment during the game? What did you kind of see from that?
Yeah, some of it is adjustments throughout the course of the game, just reading how they're guarding us. Embiid, he started off in the drop, and then they started to blitz CJ some. So kind of mixing it up of who was initiating our offense, now putting the ball in Z's hands down the stretch and seeing how they guard him and pick and rolls, and CJ sort of playing cat and mouse. But, look, it's good home win, and we want to continue to build in the way that we are.
Hey, Willie, CJ broke Page's franchise record. Just how impressive is that to hear that, knowing, about Page?
It's impressive. Page is one of the all-time greatest three-point shooters during this era, and for CJ to come in and have a huge game like he did tonight and shoot the three ball well, it's a credit to the work that he and Coach Casey puts in. And CJ, he's a pro. It's what he does over and over again. He's in the gym, he's working, and it's just good to see him have a game like tonight.
Coach, did part of the game plan involve taking advantage of when Joel Embiid sat, Zion Williamson was going to be out there?
Absolutely. Embiid is such a force when he's on the floor. When they take him off the floor, we want to play even faster, try to get up and down, try to attack. Not having him in the paint to block shots. Guys are getting to the basket a bit easier, but I thought even when he was on the floor, we did a great job of executing.
Can you talk a little bit about, again, it seemed like the momentum came from your bench in that second quarter where you gained some separation. I know they closed within halftime, but just talk about, again, the bench always coming through, big steals and all that.
Yeah, I thought they were huge. Our game plan discipline was at a high level tonight. I told the guys, and honestly, it's such a blessing to coach a team like this. Once again, from 1 to 17, these guys are bought in. They play hard every win or lose. They compete at a high level. They stay connected, and they enjoy coming to work, and we all enjoy working together. So it's always great to see them come in and impact the game like they do because they put the work in.
Coach, could you put into perspective the crowd at this point last season and the crowd tonight, Wednesday, Friday, sellout crowds, but also at this point last year you didn't have C.J. McCollum on your team. Could you kind of put that in your perspective as a coach and, with C.J. tonight in the crowd tonight?
New Orleans is it's a special place, and this is a big time sports town, and so it's a blessing to play in front of these fans each and every night. They're supporting our team. They're having a great time doing it. They're booing the other team, which is pretty fun, and we love playing here. We love being a part of the community here, and once again, we're trying to represent this city, this community, the right way, and it's why the guys go out and play as hard as they do.
Just a quick follow-up. We asked Doc Rivers earlier this week if the Pelicans can make the NBA Finals or win the NBA Finals, and he says no because they got to beat us. But just your thoughts on kind of the matchup between you and Doc, and I know you have history with him.
Look, Doc Rivers is one of the best coaches and people that I know. I learned a lot from watching him. I learned a lot from playing for him, and I'm still learning a lot. I steal a lot of his ATOs, and it's incredible to watch him and watch him flourish no matter where he goes. And I would have to disagree with him on the finals. Like, we definitely we got a chance, but we know we got a long ways to go and we got work ahead of us. Everybody, we all do it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.
Free advertisement.
Was there a point in that one where you thought, okay, this is probably my night?
This morning, I got another good workout in. I've been getting some good work in the last few weeks, just getting the spots, working on game shots, getting more threes up off the bounce, trying to get more threes up. Now that I got my legs underneath me, and I feel like my conditioning is there. So I felt good this morning. Shot the shots I normally shoot, went through my normal routine. Did my meditation like I normally do, took a nap, played with my son, kicked it with my wife, and then came to the arena. But I felt good. I've been feeling good lately, just in general. Even when I miss shots, I feel good because I'm getting to spots I practice. So I would say I've been feeling good for weeks.
You were on 10, which was tied to the franchise record with Peja, and then you popped the one from the left wing. Were you aware that you needed one more to go ahead there?
No, I was just trying to shoot as many threes as possible. Just to be honest with you, whenever I could get a look, just because I've gotten so many reps, over the course of my career, but especially lately, just trying to generate good quality looks from three. It's a high percentage shot for me. It's a good shot. For the analytics nerds out there, they love that shot. But also, I practice it. So, transition threes, one of my guys calls them it's a go to hell three, right? Like, it's a transition three. Everybody runs to the paint, and you look, and it's me and Embiid. It's like, I'm gonna go into the paint with him. Like, nah, I'm gonna just raise up. So that's what I did. But I didn't know what the record was. I know I had 10 because Larry kept going like this. It's like, Larry, I can't get any threes off. They're guarding me.
What does it mean just to break a record of somebody like Page?
It's just the credit of, working hard, believing in yourself, and really taking the game seriously. And Page is obviously a legend. He shoots the ball extremely well. His son is nice too. But I think, just watching over the course of my career, seeing some of the great shooters, I think it's just a credit to just working hard. You don't just fall into these types of nights. It comes with preparation. It comes with a lot of different sacrifices that you make in your household and things like that, to where, some nights I go to the gym, some nights I'm getting treatment, some nights I'm lifting. So it's time away from home, but I joke with my wife all the time. I say, I could be gone a lot and suck at basketball, you know what I mean? But luckily, I'm gone a lot, but I don't suck. And I'm able to provide and do those types of things. And the sacrifice that a lot of our households have to make, I don't think it gets noticed as much as it should. Like, we got to leave tonight. We're going to be gone for New Year's. A lot of guys were gone for Christmas. And it's hard, but I think, my wife does a great job of sacrificing, and we do what we have to do to make sports work with our families.
And you had that moment in the fourth quarter where you looked up and saw yourself on the screen and kind of put your hands up, acknowledged the crowd. Yeah. Just kind of what was running through your mind in that moment?
Just the journey, man. The journey of, from childhood to now. Obviously I played in the NBA a long time. I've been with one team for a long time, and I get traded, and I'm here. And just the journey of working hard, good days, bad days, days where you don't feel like hooping. You just try to take it all in. I try to enjoy the moments, moment by moment. I know this is something that doesn't last forever. You don't get to play forever. You don't get to have these moments forever. So I just try to take it all in, and I pray every day for clarity and peace. And I've been able to have all of that since I've been here, and I'm just thankful to be here.
Yeah, you guys are running a lot of pick and rolls, a lot of DHOs to kind of force Embiid to step up on you. How much was that the game plan coming in?
Willie's done a great job of adjusting our offense, more high pick and rolls, and trusting me to make decisions, not just shoot, but to get into the paint, make plays. And I've been trying to deliver for him and play an efficient brand of basketball. And I set great screens. We worked on, my setups the last couple of days with Casey and Teaspoon, working on my setups, making sure that I'm not going too fast, like two ships in the wind. And, JV's done a great job of screening, and I've done a great job of being more patient. Billy was great tonight. Jax, he's played extremely well. I'm proud of his growth and development, being able to not play for long periods of time and then come in like nothing, like he didn't miss a beat, like nothing happened, shows his ability to adjust and adapt. And, he's the one that, ironically, I think the 10-3 was the offensive rebound swing. He passed it to me, and I appreciate that, because I know how hard he's worked. And, sometimes those guys don't get shots. Sometimes they just out there guarding. I know that can be frustrating, but, when guys buy in, you become a better team, and in the long run, it always comes back.
CJ, December seems like a month of streaks. You guys won a couple, then lost a couple, now you're back up on a win streak. Can you talk about the mental fortitude it takes to kind of fight back?
Yeah, it's a season of ebbs and flows. I think it's funny how, the conversations start prematurely about MVPs, about who's the best team in the league, and it's like every team is far from a finished product right now. You got injuries, you got rotational stuff, you got slumps. The sample size of basketball is so small, everybody kind of overreacts to good games and bad games, and it's like this is an 82-game season where we're going to lose some games in a row. We might lose 3 or 4 in a row. Again, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean we're a bad team. That just means we played against some teams that execute a little bit better than us. But I think it's about figuring out what type of team we're going to be, right? You're going to win games, you're going to lose games, but are you playing your brand of basketball? Are you pushing pace? Are you defending? Are we executing the game plan? If we can do those things and lose, then that's just a part of the game. But if we're not executing the game plan and losing, that's a sign that we're not locked in. I think tonight we were locked in. We had a good conversation after shoot-around about, what's in front of us, right? Take advantage of what's in front of you. We got a new year coming up soon. We got a tough team, coming into our house. We took care of that one, and now we're going on the road to play a good Memphis team. But our team's going to look completely different when BI returns, right? And then it's going to look completely different again when we play together and get used to each other. And we get to February and we get to March. So I just want us to be playing our best basketball later, but the wins now, they definitely help.
You mentioned how many transition threes that you had. It seemed like there was a couple times on fast breaks where guys had a chance for a layup, and Devonte had a couple where he could have had maybe a layup and he just kicked it out to you. What did you think of just the way that they were looking for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's the trust, man. GT was saying, right play Tay. You know, Tay always makes the right play. Sometimes he has a shot, he doesn't take it. He's a true professional. He works on his craft. He's happy. He enjoys the game of basketball, and he made some great plays for me and sacrificed some opportunities to potentially score. And I think that shows you that, you know, I think Doc talked about it. I watched his interview about our team this morning. You know, we like each other. Like, we don't just say we like each other. Like, you can tell. And you know, a lot of teams, they say they like each other and they don't. And we're one of those teams where we root for each other's success, and we're happy to see each other do well. And even if you play the same position as someone, you want what's best for them, and you want what's best for the team. And I think that's shown every night.
Yeah.
That means take your time. You can't be late.
To CJ's point he just made, you know, how much does it help that there is like such camaraderie and cohesion in that locker room?
That helps a lot. It helps extremely a lot. Because when you have teammates that aren't afraid to see other people shine, or they're thinking beyond themselves, not only does that make the team better, but it makes players themselves better. And it makes the game fun. The game is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, I mean, you can always tell that you had a great deal of respect for CJ's game. I mean, why is he a guy that, you know, you look at and say, like, you know, this guy is extremely talented and someone you hold in high regard?
I mean, prior to him coming to New Orleans, like you said, I had a lot of respect for CJ. Because, you know, a player of that caliber, you know, what he's done since Lehigh, even prior to Lehigh, it's not on accident. I mean, he worked for it, he proved it, and he's constantly showed it year in and year out. But what makes CJ such a great person is when I actually got to interact with him and spend day to day with him, like seeing his work ethic, just like having conversations about like how to handle certain things in the league, what's gonna happen when I do certain things versus other people doing certain things. And him and Larry Nance really put me on game to a lot of things. So interacting with those two really, I gained a lot of respect for them.
And just describe what it was like watching a guy hit 11 threes in a game.
You know, I ain't even knew he hit 11. I thought he might have hit like 7. When they said 11, I was like, you know what? He has been on one. So it matched. But that's amazing. Because none of the threes look forced, and I think that's what made it look so beautiful. Like none of his shots looked forced. They were all in rhythm. They were all within the offense.
And you always talk about the depth on this team, but what's it like just being on a team where, you know, you had 40 the last game, CJ had 40 tonight, JV had 37 a couple games ago, just the guys who can explode for you guys the way y'all have this season?
You know, even Jose had 38, and then B.I., y'all know B.I., but that just showed, like you said, the camaraderie we have on this team, the respect and love we have for each other. That, you know, Jose, Jonas, myself, CJ, B.I., and even a few other guys. Just, you know, if a player is hot, you feed them. You know, it's not okay. Don't feed him. If somebody's hot, you got to feed the hot hand. And we all want to see each other shine. So when stuff like that's happening, the game is fun, not only to play, but it's fun to watch.
35 free throw attempts for you in the last 2 games. Are you doing anything different in these last 2 to maybe generate some
don't
some
jinx
more
it.
trips?
Don't jinx it. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm never going to tell the refs how to do their job, but I'm not going to jinx myself either. So next question. All right, you guys have a good night. You said what? Yo, chill out, bro.